Hey guys, how's it going, Companion? Today I want to talk about one of the most interesting cards. It's a little bit of a delight, the Demonfuse. It's an acquired taste. Just like many foods, this card doesn't fit in many places or many people's tastes. But it's a very interesting card because it has kind of that wild factor. You know, we talked about how TGT introduced a lot of balanced cards, and TGT really held back on releasing aggressive cards. And Demonfuse is like a balanced aggressive card, which is really interesting because most aggressive cards these days are just not balanced. They're completely broken. That's why whenever you play ladder, you're going to play a ton of aggressive decks one after each other. So this card doesn't really see that much constructed play. I think I've seen it maybe once, and some other streamer encountered it in one of his matches once. Basically, the reason it's not too great and constructed is because it really only works in the fairly aggressive Zoo Warlock deck, and that deck just isn't that aggressive. It's not a deck where you just go all in and then do whatever. It's a deck where you fight for the board and then you push for lethal situations. So, maybe if they release more like Warlock Chargers or more like Burst or that kind of stuff, it seems they almost have enough. But this card, because it's just kind of average, doesn't really push him over the top. So it doesn't really fit that genre. It doesn't push that genre to really be, stronger than the other alternatives for Warlock. So it just has no role in constructed right now. But maybe in the future, there's some chance that it might, especially if there are more sticky demons that they introduce. So that's what's going on with Constructed. It's not really that great. And, in Arena, it's been regarded as terrible. In fact, the card overall has been regarded as terrible. This is the top 3 worst cards as rated by the public before TGT came out. And I suspect at least the first 2 would have a fairly similar rating on this ladder here in terms of the public opinion of the cards. I just don't think it's that bad. I think there are cards that are worse. Of course, Poison Blade is worse, but I think there's also a few others that just have no use anywhere. Well, Demonfuse is almost constructed playable, and if the situation fits, actually it is a pretty decent Arena card. So let's talk about that a little bit. In Arena, the Warlock class often can be played in a very aggressive manner because they have so many different type of cards that do burst damage. Now, it doesn't work in Constructed too well because you get countered by, heals, taunts, board clears, that kind of stuff. There's BGH if you make a creature too big. And a lot of people are playing silences. It's just too many counters, and the reward isn't as good. If you play Demonfuse on the minion and you get punished, it's not just that you get punished, but you also gave him a mana crystal. You gave him a wild growth effect. So it's really kind of bad in that sense. You also need your demon to stay alive from the previous turn, which is pretty hard to do for most Warlock decks, as demons often are the high priority targets that other players try to remove, and if they can't, you often have one anyway. In Arena, it's not exactly this case. In Arena, you can just push for too much of a board presence. Your creatures can suddenly become way too big, and in some situations, Demonfuse can be that deciding factor. Now, Arena has a different problem with the card. If this card could just hit any creature you want in Arena, this card would actually be terrific. But the problem with Arena is that cards that have some kind of synergistic effect, which this does, this only works on a demon, well, you need a demon, right? And a lot of the time, when you draft a Warlock deck, you don't actually get many demons. Sometimes you don't get any demons at all. And in other cases, they're just demons you don't want to pick. You want to pick other cards over them. Or at the end of the deck, you just have 1 or 2 demons. So if you have 1 or 2 demons and you see Demonfuse, it's like, do I really want a bolster if I just have 2 taunts? No, you don't. There's better cards. So that's why, websites rate it really poorly. Like Hearth Arena has it at 20 points. 20 points is horrible, guys. The Wisp is 20 points, okay? Magma Rager is closing in on 20 points. for Warlock at least. So, I mean, that's how bad it is. It is absolutely abysmal in most decks. But actually, the other day, I was drafting a Warlock deck, and I think when I had the option to pick Demonfuse, it was up against two cards that were, pretty mediocre. I don't remember what they were, but they were like just whatever 4-drop, whatever 3-drop type of deal. And, well, I had 8 demons, and some of the demons that I had were Void Callers. Void Callers are really sticky demons because they're not likely to be silenced, but at the same time, they're not likely to be hit with cards like Hex or Polymorph because you generally want to hit the bigger creature with that. So it makes it so it just kind of works. You have that creature presence, you get that demon on the board, it gets to stick, and if you have enough presence, you can use Demonfuse to just basically overrun your opponent. The Warlock is a class in Arena that does really well, but you generally have to be winning. And that can be really hard to do with rogues having huge tempo removal, with paladins just having way better zoo in the first few turns of the game, and with mages just killing all of your crap with cards like Flame Strike. So it's really hard to get ahead as a Warlock, but when you do, when you get even just slightly ahead, a card like Demonfuse basically solidifies that win condition for at least a turn or two, and it makes it so it actually has a huge impact in the game. That's why it's really not too bad, and I think the threshold of this card is similar to that of like Bolster. If you're at like, let's say 6 demons, I think the card is actually pretty good, and you can consider to seriously pick it over many other cards. So yeah, give it a try. It's a lot of fun to play with the underdogs. It's a lot of fun to play with cards that everyone thinks suck, because most cards in Hearthstone, they have their situation. And even though a card might be really bad because that situation is unlikely to ever come up, you have to be aware of what you can do, how you can use it when that situation does arise. So today, I'm going to show you guys a few games where that situation came right up. It's part of the arena run where I had, I think in the end, I don't know if I had 8 or 9 demons, but enough so Demonfuse was actually, in my opinion, the correct pick. And well, I got a pretty good few uses out of the card. Pretty balanced. If it was 4 and 4, it'd be OP. If it was 2-2, it'd be a complete piece of crap. But hey, it's just balanced, and you just have to realize when the card is good. Hopefully I can help you do that. Enjoy the clips, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Damn. I want my Doomguard back. Wow, coin a Frostbolt. Oh fuck, we did get the Doomguard. That's sweet. I'm kinda hoping he Frostbolts this one too. Damn. Okay. Oh, that sucks a little bit. It's possible to see golden cards in Arena now? How? I mean, I know you could Blingtron a weapon, but other than that, how can you see golden cards in Arena? When they want to start doing crazy decks? This deck's pretty crazy. But no, seriously, I wanted to do some constructed. It's just, I know a lot of you guys really hate me for not playing Arena very much the last few days. So.
Your magic shall not save you.
God damn it. Light of the Naru on Golden Hero. Unstable gives Golden. Okay. Demonfuse, boys. Turns out it's pretty bad. That was sick there. Like game winning. Maybe. We haven't won yet. But we'll see.
Time runs out on me.
Probably has Flame Strike, but I just don't care. Fireball. Oh baby! Stormwind champion, yes please. That's a 7/6 silenced Void Caller, ladies and gentlemen. Click the screw on the board. Oh damn, it worked! That was cool. Oh. Fuck. That wasn't nice. Alright, what are we looking for now? We're looking for a Recombobulator. We're looking for... no, not that one. No, not that one either. Nope. Did someone get destroyed? Oh, looks like someone got destroyed. Bye, Demonfuse. Gimme, gimme. Crip, you got Illidan, LOL. Do you know what's better than Illidan? Zombie Chow. See this guy? He's better than Illidan. Number of attacks by Illidan, 0. Number of attacks by Zombie Chow, I believe 12. Times Illidan was killed, 1. Times Zombie Chow was killed, 0. Total damage, Zombie Chow, 20. Total damage Illidan, 0. Cards killed by Zombie Chow, 1. He actually killed one of my cards. Cards killed by Illidan, just the explosive shot. So again, not really. Okay.
Shall we put a kink in your plan?
I don't really want to give him a card. That's a good draw, though. The main really bad shit that could happen is a Skulker. Oh my god. Is this real? Yeah. Crip gets punished by the worst possible answer in the entire game. Turn by turn. Just stop talking.
You're in trouble now.
Well, Demonfuse is working out alright. At least. Dr. Wrath.
So many options.
This pretty badass doctor. Damn. Is that still lethal?
Well played.
Get wrecked, weapon.